Now, once again, Georgia will be in the political microscope because the balance of power hangs in the balance for this race, meaning who will control the Senate has yet to be determined. Now, it's important to note that Libertarian candidate Chase Oliver, he did secure 2% of the vote, but once this election is certified, it is likely that only Walker and Warnock will be on the ballot come December 6th. Back to you.
Ariana, thank you. Right back to it. So 11 Alive, Savannah Levins is joining us live this morning with a closer look at how voters are split on this race and how each county is shaping up for us this morning, Savannah.
That's right. Split indeed. The Senate race still too close to call, with neither Warnock nor Walker getting that 50% plus one that they need. And with a couple thousand votes that still need to be counted, particularly in red-leaning Paulding County and Fayette County. But to be honest, it's really not enough votes to sway it either way. So it does look like we're going to be going to a runoff. So let's look at kind of the overall state and how counties are leaning. If we turn the map into this mode, you can see the darker the color, the more that party leaned toward their candidate. DeKalb County, for example, going hard for Warnock. It's also interesting to compare it to the 2020 presidential election. We're seeing Warnock and Biden really kind of being on par, almost exactly in many cases, across most of the state. Walker trailing behind Trump a bit, though, which is notable. Some political pundits kind of really predicted that, indicating that Walker might have had a harder time with having less experience and some of the personal issues that have plagued his campaign. But definitely going to be interesting going into a runoff. It does seem like he got at least enough votes for that. And speaking of that runoff, because the balance of power in the U.S. Senate is at stake and it's coming down to Georgia, we are expecting a very high voter turnout for that runoff, if and when likely it happens, with both Republicans and Democrats expected to show up in droves in the hope that they will tip the scale for their party, guys.
All right, it will be a wild couple of weeks.